You understand what bilabial is? You understand what labiodental is? Interdental, alveolar, post-alveolar, and so on and so forth. Do you understand my explanation about those things? Hmm? You that just came. You just came in. You are saying yes, sir. I'm asking people who are here. No problem, right? For now, at least. Yes. I'll still try to post the video again on YouTube. So, in case you still want to revise, you can go back to it. Inter. Inter means what? So when you say dental, dental means what? Teeth. You have upper and the lower teeth. So interdental is between the upper and the lower teeth. So your tip, the tip of the tongue will come in between. Like, yes, think. All right. Then these ones are what we call manner. We say manner has to do what? Has to do with what? The behavior of the sounds. Good. So here, when you say a sound is stop or plosive, this is what it means. In the articulation of the sound, once the air stream is drawn from the lung and gets to the mouth, the oral cavity becomes blocked, completely blocked. You understand? The oral cavity becomes blocked momentarily for a while. And then, because the air stream is blocked or prevented from going out momentarily, that's why it is called stop. And then there will be a sudden release of the sound, and there will be something like a plosion. A plosion will be heard, and that's why it is also called plosive. So some people can call it stop, can also call it plosive. As in, when you want to realize the first sound there. Now, once the air stream is coming, and we block the air stream from coming out, you know, because it is the same air stream you also use to breathe, if you don't release it, it will be as if you are even choking to death, because you need the air stream. So that's why it has to be released at once, so that there will be a plosion. So, so that plosion comes out once you release it, and that's why it's called plosive. So altogether, there are 6 stops or 6 plosives in English. Then after stops, the next one is what we call fricatives. As for fricatives, the air stream is not completely blocked in the oral cavity. Rather, the air stream is gradually released, unlike the stops or plosives, where the air stream is suddenly released. For fricatives, the air stream is suddenly released, so that I can now say is different from If you have the air stream in your mouth, you can continue to realize the fricatives, and that's why sometimes the fricatives are referred to as continuants. You continue to realize them. Altogether, there are 9 fricatives in English. There are 9 fricatives in English. All these things, you need to know them. Yes. Yes, you need to know them. How many fricatives you have? We have 9. So from the chart in your head, you know that, okay, you have to, there are 9. Then the next one is what we call affricates, or if you like, affricatives. Affricatives stand between stops and fricatives, meaning that they are neither stops nor fricatives. In other words, they share the behavior or the features of both stops and fricatives. That is, if you look at such sound, it will be as if you release them suddenly. It will also be as if you release them gradually. So it's in between. You cannot say categorical. That's why they are called affricatives, as in ch, ch, j. Yes. Ch. So it is neither stops nor fricatives. So we call them affricatives. How many affricatives do we have in English?
9.
Two. There are just two. Right? Then the next, we have what? Nasal. Yes, for the nasal consonant, the oral cavity is completely blocked so that the airstream passes through the nose. The airstream now passes through the nose, and that's why we call them nasal consonants. There are how many in number? 3. Mm, 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 mm. The airstream passes through the nose. It passes through the nose. You can see because the oral cavity has been blocked. So there are just 3. Then we have lateral. Lateral is only one sound. Yes, I'm rounding off. Eh? What time do you have another class? Just now. Ah, that's your problem now. Go. I don't know. Why didn't you people come on time? Please, you are not serious. What time did I give you? But I gave you a time for my class. Go now. If you come back, if you meet me, fine. If you don't meet me. Eh. Lateral, right? For lateral, the blade of the tongue, what we call the blade of the tongue is the side of the tongue. You understand? The blade of the tongue is used to trap the airstream for a while, and eventually the airstream passes through the side or the blade of the tongue. So it's only one sound. Then the last one is what we call approximant, which are 3 in number. Approximant. Yes. Before now, approximants were called semivowels. Yes. But the modern terms preferred for them is approximant. They were semivowels. They were called semivowels because they can actually behave like vowels. They sound like vowels in some context, but they are not vowels because they are consonant. For instance, if you have this word Power, what is that? Some of you say power, right? And it sounds as if there's wa there. There's no wa said. There's no wa in Power. What you have there is a vowel, pa, a triphthong, just like one 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 You are also going to say 1 hour. It's not 1 hour. There's no woo sound. You understand? So that's why before they were called semivowel, but today they are called approximant, and they are just 3 like that. So these u, r, and e. So these are the 24 consonants. We have explained the places as well as the manner of articulation. And remember, we said there are 3 features. You understand? In the description of consonants, we have explained 2: place and manner. The third one, we say, is voicing. That is for consonants. Consonants are either voiced or voiceless. It is only vowels that are all voiced. For vowel, they are all voiced. But for consonants, they are either voiced or voiceless. So for this now, let me first indicate anywhere you see 2 like this, it is the first one that is voiceless. Then the second one is voiced. This is voiceless. This 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 is voiced. All the other all the other boxes where you have single items in them, they are all voiced. So when they are all voiced like this, there is no need to indicate. Yes, here. This one is voiced. This is voiced, 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 and so on. And I've explained initially the concept of voicing, how the two ligamental cords, yes, will have to vibrate when they are together, and a sound is to be produced. When the air stream passes through them, it will cause them to vibrate, and you yourself, you feel the vibration in your body. There is a traditional method that we normally use to indicate this. So let's just try this. Let us try this with these two, the two sounds. What you are now going to do now, you use your two index fingers to block your two ears. Block the two. Now, when you block it two, let's try to realize the first one, which is poo, poo. Oh yeah, poo, poo, poo. Do you notice? Is there any vibration in your body? Yeah. Who noticed the vibration? You notice the vibration? Do it again. Do it again. You notice the vibration? You are not sure again. Okay, let's try the second one. Block it. Yeah, let's say boo, 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 boo. Do you notice the vibration? For the second one, you notice that yes, there is a vibration. So that one that has that vibration is what we call voiced consonants. So what is causing that vibration is that those two elements, those two ligaments, they vibrate, yes, within you. So that vibration will also be felt in your body. That is it. So are we clear with this? So now, if we are now to describe, if we are to describe this sound phonologically, now this sound, if we are now to describe it, we use place, manner, and voicing. You understand? You understand? But this is not the arrangement. The arrangement will be, the voicing will start to come. If you want to describe them phonologically. So you start with the voicing, followed by place, then followed by manner. So if this one is to be described now, you say, this one, is it voice or voiceless? We now say voiceless. That is voicing. What is the place of articulation? Voiceless bilabia. What is the manner? Plosive or stop. So this no means it is what? Voiceless bilabia stop. In your test or exam, so if I ask you to represent voiceless bilabia plosive for me, just do it this way. This is voiceless bilabia plosive. So I can either give you this and ask you to write this way, or give you this, ask you to describe it. It is those three features that have to be combined. Voicing, check whether it's voiceless or voiced, followed by place, then followed by manner. That's all. Any question? Any question? Very